It's the beginning of a new weekend, and for me, that typically means one thing: the start of a new adventure. For this trip, I'll be leveraging some new tools in the arsenal, including a brand new power station by Bluetti, the AC-180. This singular piece of equipment will be helping power the adventure of not only typical items for camping, but helping to recharge essential gear and even fun new means of transportation with an e-bike. My goal is to test the limits of how far a single charge can go on a 36 amp hour or 1152 watt hour battery capacity by keeping the fridge ice cold, camera and drone batteries topped off, and anything else that may need to be plugged into the numerous outlets available. Though with that said, let's get the bags packed and kick off the weekend right. Look at these views, absolutely stunning. It's a little over a 3-hour drive getting to my destination tonight, and I'll be meeting up with Camp Chef Mom, great family friend Charlie, and of course Maverick, my 4-legged little German Shepherd brother, whom are all already at camp holding down the fort. This weekend we are celebrating Charlie's belated birthday, so of course I had to come with a gift in hand to start the evening off right.
I got you something, Charlie.
What?
Happy
What?
belated birthday.
Oh my
There
God.
you go, bud.
Oh,
Yeah, bud. Got you a little something.
oh, no.
Happy belated birthday.
Oh, man. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
bud.
bud. Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Cheers, everybody.
Out of all my nights camping, this is the first time I've been awoken by turkeys right outside the tent, even more so while staying at a campground. This was quite the sight to see for just getting the day started.
Good morning, Maverick. Oh my goodness. Are you just a puppy? Are you a puppy? There's the spot. Oh my goodness. Hello, bud.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm out here at Steamboat Rock Campground and State Park. I'm joining Camp Chef Mom and our great family friend Charlie. It's Charlie's belated birthday this weekend, so we're going to be celebrating that. This is a little bit more of a different trip than I traditionally go on, being that it is a state park and a campground. This is a really cool area, not gonna lie. I know it's not the hardcore dispersed camping area, but there are tons of opportunities with Banks Lake right over here, a nice inlet to go kayaking in, hiking trails, and I even brought the e-bike to do a little ripping around on and checking out the area. So it's going to be a great weekend. More importantly, on this side of the Cascades, on the east side here in Central Washington, there's really no rain in the forecast. Back on the west side, that was all that they were having this weekend. So this is going to be a great opportunity for us to escape that a little bit by also having a little bit of fun and kind of an unfamiliar area. I've only driven by it once, but it's really nice to actually spend some time here and check out some of the hiking, biking, and even kayaking opportunities. So going to be doing that. I know it's going to be kind of a different episode overall, but I am excited to kind of take you along the ride and even showcase some new products that I'm trying out with the Bluetti AC 180 power station. That's going to be complementing all the needs so far for this weekend, and starting this morning off right with a great chocolate banana smoothie. So we're going to get coffee made as well and see where the rest of the day takes us. Now, I'll be completely honest. I may treat this fat tire e-bike for other uses than, let's say, a traditional bike, as the amount of pedaling I do is little at best. That's mainly due to this bike having a throttle control, allowing one to let the electric motor do all the work. And on these unserviced roads, it's an absolute treat to rip around on. So there's something to be said about getting out of your vehicle and just kind of exploring by another means of transportation. And today I'm doing just that on the e-bike. There is a whole bunch of little road systems just south of the main campground that are for day use only, for just exploring and checking out. So I've been doing a little bit of ripping around on the e-bike this afternoon, and I came across this beautiful spot, lakefront here on Banks Lake, and check this out. Absolutely incredible. And I'm kind of right on the south tip here of Steamboat Rock that you can see behind me. It's a beautiful little area, and there's no one out here. So just kind of goes to show, even with state parks and whatnot, you can still check out a lot and still kind of get away from the crowds and enjoy the area. You don't have to go to the extreme measures of dispersed campsites and whatnot. While they are very cool, this is a nice little find if you just kind of wanted to do something casual and easy, especially with a family or young ones or whatever. But yeah, this is really nice. Look at that. So I'm very, very happy I brought the kayak, because I will be doing that more than likely tomorrow. I think maybe this late afternoon, Charlie and I are gonna try and hike up to the top of Steamboat Rock. There's kind of a mesa up there with a whole bunch of views and whatnot, 360 degrees around. So probably gonna do that. But until the meantime, it's so much fun just kind of cruising on the e-bike. You really don't have to pedal. There's actually a throttle and you can almost make it like a little mini dirt bike. So it's kind of fun, but I'm enjoying it. The weather's holding up. What more could you ask for?
No, you're fine. I'm just gonna move this right here.
The next big ask of the Bluetti AC 180 power station is to recharge the large capacity e-bike battery. With several hours of riding, I used about half of the range, which is roughly 25 to 30 miles, and I want to see how much power this will consume from the Bluetti unit once fully recharged. So while we wait, it's off to the next adventure for today. So after spending all morning and afternoon ripping around on the e-bike, didn't even have time for lunch with all the excitement that we wanted to time it right with the weather and try and reach the mesa here of Steamboat Rock. So Charlie and I were hiking up to the tippy top now and gonna see what the views are like up there. So knock this out, go back to camp, make a nice dinner, and enjoy the evening. I think it's Charlie's turn to cook tonight. All right, we reach the tippy top. There it is. Pretty darn cool. We're gonna go to one of the farther points for an overlook of some of the bays over here, but pretty nice.
Thank you, Camp Chef Mom. Thank you, Charlie, for cooking the steaks. Look at that. All right, guys, so before we pack up camp, I wanted to highlight this Bluetti power station. This is a brand new unit coming out. This is the AC 180. Bluetti was kind enough to send me one, not only for this trip, but multiple here upcoming. And for me, I wanted to put it through its paces and really test it out. So that included everything that you've already seen in the episode of making smoothies and grinding coffee beans, powering and recharging the e-bike battery here that you can see behind me, but even more so, all the production gear that goes into making an episode, as far as camera, drone, and action camera batteries, walkie-talkies, controllers, headlamps, wireless charger for your cell phone, which is really nice. At a 36 amp hour capacity, relatively small size, and only about 35 pounds. This does pretty much everything I particularly need while taking up little space inside the Jeep. As you know, the Jeep is pretty brand new for me, and I don't have any big plans as far as heavy modification like dual battery systems and power management systems. This kind of comes into key for all my needs over the course of a weekend, or as I can see, for future trips. With everything that's been plugged in, including the fridge running constantly since Friday evening here to Sunday morning, as we stand right now, I'm only at about 13% battery as far as left, and that's pretty incredible. That's not including any additional charging input-wise with the vehicle or through solar charging or anything like that. So that's pretty impressive as far as everything that I've thrown at it, that it's still maintaining that level. You have multiple outputs with your AC outputs, as well as even 5 of the USB outputs, and of course your DC output for the fridge. We have multiple cables as far as however you want to recharge it, with solar or in the vehicle or even at home, so it does come with all those cables. But again, for me, space is key inside the Jeep, as well as having something this robust. And Bluetti definitely knocked it out of the park, and that's not being biased given the situation. I've always used power stations in the past. This time I'm just leaning on them a little bit more heavier because of the new vehicle setup, but also showing it in multiple applications as far as what I typically bring to camp or what you might already have in your arsenal. So for first time use, it's definitely worked out very well for me. But you know, again, this is going to be a brand new unit coming out by Bluetti, so see the link in the description below to learn more about it and maybe even pick one up of your own if it does suit your particular needs. But with that, the weather is beautiful. It's sunshine and blue skies, and I think it's time to get the kayak out in the water. So we're going to go ahead and get camp packed down, put this all away, and go have some fun.
No matter what type of trip you go on, whether grand or small, at a state park or deep in the backcountry, always seek to enjoy your time outdoors regardless of the situation. For me, this weekend proved just that, all while being in great company. As always, I appreciate your support, and until next time, safe travels.